moving on from any kind of relationship isn't easy. And when you've been sold a story of what your life would be like with somebody to match how you would like your life to go, and then they devalue and discard you in some of the most cruelest ways, it's heartbreaking when you have to deal with the betrayal and you have to deal with the trauma bond, and you have to find a way to grieve the loss of somebody that wasn't who they said they were. It's very difficult and it's very challenging, however, it is possible. On the other side of that, we can often look at a narcissist as they swan off into the sunset with somebody new and think that they move on like nothing ever happened. However, narcissistic people don't tend to just move on. They can have a whole new family. You can move on eventually and have a whole new family, yet they still believe that you want them back. And it's usually because they actually want you back. They want the control. They want to feel like they matter to you. They don't like losing sources of supply, even if they are the ones who discarded you because they didn't believe you were paying them the attention they believe they're entitled to. So there's quite a few signs that a narcissistic person hasn't moved on. And one of the first of these is their hoovering. And a narcissistic person, when it comes to the hoover, it's named after the vacuum cleaner brand Hoover, is they come along to suck you back into their games, to treat you like dirt, to discard you all over again. And narcissistic people tend to reappear when you least expect it. So it can be months or years down the line, suddenly, boom, they're back in the picture. They can come and act like nothing ever happened. So when an adult narcissistic child discards their parents and then a year later they need something from their parents, so they turn up like nothing ever happened. They can come with those false promises of change, with the feigned remorse, with the fake remorse, with the false apologies. They can come with the promises of the grandiose promises of the future and how they'll be different this time. And this isn't because they particularly want you back as such. This is driven by their need of seeking that attention, seeking that control, seeking whatever it is that they need you to provide them at that given moment in time. Another sign that a narcissist hasn't moved on is when they're trying to provoke that jealousy within you. So when they're boasting and bragging about their new life and doing all they can to make sure you find out about this, this is because narcissistic people are incredibly envious people. So if they see somebody doing well, they want that person back. They want to tag along for the ride. And if they can't tag along for the ride, they want to destroy it for that person. So they're going to go all out to try and show you that they're doing better without you, to try and get you to go back to them because they don't recognize that you're not coming from the same place that they are coming from. Now, yes, in the beginning, we might want to show a narcissist that we can live very well without them because they've told us so many times that we can't. And there's something within our human nature that likes to prove to people that actually you're wrong and I can. But that isn't for them to come back. And it's actually a very bad idea because when a narcissist sees you do well, suddenly they want you back. So you have to keep your new life hidden from them. Not to hurt them, not to punish them, not to manipulate them, but in order to save yourself. Narcissistic people keep secrets whereby if you were to find out, you would make a choice that isn't to their liking. You keep secrets whereby if the narcissist was to find out, they would destroy it for you. Smearing your name, tarnishing your reputation. Victims often talk about the abuse that they have suffered when they are ready to open up, and not all victims will. Narcissistic people, abusers, tend to talk about their victims. They go all out with the lies, the exaggerated stories, the half-truths to turn people against you so that they can remain in control over you. They want to make you look like the villain so that they can get away with their behaviour. They haven't moved on because they're still trying to prove their worth to those around them by painting you in a negative light. Future faking, when they come at you with those grandiose promises of a future that you could potentially have together. They're looking to manipulate and control. Creating competitions, triangulation, bringing in that new source of supply to try and provoke jealousy within you to feed their ego, so they can provoke that jealousy within you to try and prove to themselves that they matter to you and they matter to the new supply, and that everybody wants a piece of them. So they're going to go all out to provoke those feelings of jealousy within you by creating that competition, by triangulating people, to also try and make you feel inadequate or inferior. And it's all designed to feed their ego. Narcissistic people love nothing more than creating competitions between others so that they can remain the puppet masters of people's lives. And the last one, which is quite unusual, and we often don't see it as a sign as they've not moved on, is when a narcissistic person falls silent on you. This is their attempt to regain control of the situation. When all attempts to win you back are futile, they go all out to ignore your existence, to punish you. It's the narcissist's inability to handle that rejection. So they fall silent on you, waiting for you to chase after them. The silent treatment and no contact are two very different things. No contact is when somebody has hurt you in the most horrific ways, when someone has lied to you, cheated on you, deceived you, exploited you, and you've finally seen through the facade that they sell to you that they're a good person, and you finally recognise the toxic person they actually are, and you cut them out of your life because you've recognised that nobody deserves to be treated in that way. It's not to punish them. Sometimes to seek that revenge, that might give you the kickstart to do it. However, it's to move forward with your life. So no contact is to let them go and live their life while you go and live yours. The narcissist silent treatment, again, it's all from the motives and the intentions and the thought process. With the narcissist silent treatment, it's because they can't get what they want from you. So they seek to punish you by falling silent towards you, waiting for you to chase them. And more often than not, when you don't chase them, this is when they reappear like nothing ever happened in order to try and suck you back into their games. Any signs you notice that a narcissistic person hasn't moved on, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you're not able to go no contact. I'll add those into the description if you'd like to check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.